Alrighty, welcome to the homestead. Glad you could make it. It's the afternoon because we kind of took the morning off to do things and to not do things. So there you go. Anyway, behind me is the building area for the next building we're going to do, which is our front room. It's a 12 by 24 building. And so I was bringing the pier blocks over, the ones that we set the foundation on. And then remembered that we had taken all the marker logs that we had set up, only 4 of them, but we had moved them all when we were doing the groundwork. So we're going to have to lay those back out to roughly where we want it. Then we can lay one course of pier blocks down, not beer blocks, pier blocks down so that we can check level, how many courses we're going to need, because we don't really want to go more than 3 high if we have to. Definitely not more than 3 high. So that'll tell us whether or not we need to bring in more dirt. But before we can do any of that, we need to put the logs where they need to be, to do the markings so we know where to put the blocks. What can I say? They'll mark the outside perimeter, and then we can lay the blocks down. And it's just a rough test right now. We're not setting the blocks or anything like that. But it's going to take a bit because 32 blocks, they're kind of heavy. Okay, as with most things, just roughly guessing at it, throwing it on the ground doesn't work for me. So I'm going to run and get a tape measure. I'm going to go get my corner stakes, and we'll actually mark it out the way it should be. Makes more sense. Okay, we're going to start at this corner here because it's the most crucial. It's the one that goes next to the pond. Must be a big chunk of log under there. Well, I got splattered with mud. That would be the problem with using a hollow pipe for a marker. Just saying. Okay, that's pretty level. I think I don't have my line levels on it, but just with a level underneath it, it looks pretty close, and it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to call that pretty good for now. Obviously, it's not the final level, but it'll give me an idea of what's going on with the whole setup. But now I need to come up with the roughly 90 degrees, or hopefully exactly 90 degrees off one of these 2 corners so that I can run the other 3 lines. There's the whole Pythagorean theory and all that stuff that I can't seem to wrap my head around. So I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, which is 3, 4, 5. So 3 feet by 4 feet, and then you measure the 2 distances. It's 5 feet. That's the way we've done it in the past, and it comes out pretty close. So we're going to do that. You can also measure corner to corner, but that only works after you've already set it up. So because I'm using round poles instead of square pegs or square stakes are a little easier because you lose a 1/2 inch in diameter. The center is down the middle of the pole, or you gain a 1/2 inch. You need to subtract a 1/2 inch from your measurement. Otherwise, it's not going to be accurate. There we go. There's my 3 feet. It's mud. I thought it was wood. Good job, Lee. Loosen that string up. All right, I guess it's time to go get some blocks and figure out where they need to go. Because it's 12 feet this way, there'll be 4 piers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 24 that way, there'll be 8 piers going that way. Come here. Come see me. How you doing, big guy? This is Texas, because he's the biggest of all the kittens. He's also the coolest. Just saying. Well, as Brenda said, this is really exciting, because we can picture exactly where the building's going to be now, because this is where it's going to be. I do need to weed eat, though, and get it shorter underneath where these lines are, because the grass is going to throw me off. Now, granted, the line is just the starting point for the blocks, the outside edges. Everything else, of course, will measure from block to block, and so will the sides. So we'll start with one here, and we'll build this way, that way, and then across. At least that's kind of the way I've been doing it. This is the first time we're actually putting a real floor in a building this size. The garage has a rock floor, and then the shop has a pallet floor. This one will actually have a real floor. Because it will be our front room, we need it to be good and sturdy and nice. You know, the shop, who cares? It's a shop. The garage, who cares? It's got a car in it. See my point? Okay, I'm going to put these first 3 blocks, 44 inches apart, and then I'm going to do the same on the other end over there, and then we're going to measure and see how the center comes out. We need to, where it needs to be for everything to be evenly spaced. So, let's do it. Smart guy, though, would go all the way to the other side with it. Go to here, get this side measured up, and then it'll be easier to do the center. Okay, I need to go get some more blocks so we can work down the other side, and then we'll fill in the middle. Okay, well that does it for me and laying out the pier blocks. They're laid out exactly where they're supposed to be. Geographically speaking, not elevationally. We still have to work on that. I'm going to have to add some dirt in the corner because I don't want to stack 4 blocks high. That's just too high. So we're a little low in that one corner, but not as bad as I thought we were. So that's all really good news. Anyway, I'm done. I'm tired. It's getting dark. Sure appreciate you watching though. We'll see you next time on the homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends. Bye now, and God bless you.